is Warriors Anonymous.
We got G-Man and Buddha running the combo tonight for you guys because the Sauce Boys are unfortunately both away. Isaac's away with HIA, and Moneta is away on account of being suspended for being a dirty Queensland supporter. So he won't be in this week to that's right. Keep your hate speech to yourself, or at least for another week. Just kicking things off with a quick hard or nah. Should we be worried about the fact that we lost to an understrength Penrith Panthers team last week?
That's a nah. They're a systems team, kind of like we are. They can plug and play. And yes, obviously they had a couple of big names out. We had a couple of big names out too. But no, I don't think so. I think they will they play a certain way, which you can add pieces into that as well. So I thought it was all good.
The fact that those other guys weren't there, it all kind of melted away, and the fact that the standard was so high. So I'm with you. I'm thinking that our system matches up really well with theirs. Personnel-wise, they might have maybe an advantage at the moment, but we'll see what happens come. I think round 23, the next time we play them, and maybe we might play them again after that. Maybe I don't know. Bro, was that the game of the year?
Well, it looked like on TV, bro. You were there sideline. You must have felt it, but two high quality sides going at it. Actually, just thinking about it, I had a bit of time to percolate about it, but it was super high quality, and both teams high completion rates. Both teams very minimal errors as well, and any errors that were put on were sort of forced errors, right? So under pressure, and. Yeah, I think the only, the only issue can be between the two teams is we just didn't maximise opportunities. They maximised every opportunity they had. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's kind of mixed. You want to ice moments, but if I was Warriors fans, I wouldn't be concerned. We had way more moments. I feel, dictated terms in that game. And in another day, we win by 12. That's how much more attacking opportunity we had as well. So, fantastic game. And I think the whole NRL was buzzed about it, right? The whole community has said they are the top two teams by far.
And it was really just the margins, thin margins. If Jacko doesn't, just get a pinky on the football, which I actually think he did. I think he did touch it personally. And likewise, Ali, like half a step back, would have been a great try for him off the high ball that Dylan did so well for. And then Chanel as well, if he just tried to pass it half a second earlier. It was a few things going on there. And,
pass, no!
It was getting kind of hectic. It's funny the things you pick up as well. There was, when Dylan did the ill-fated challenge, I can actually hear it from the bench. There was someone yelling out, "Dallin, don't do it," before he'd, locked and lodged in the challenge. So the whole team, I think they were really, really wanting that result. They were up for it, man. Webby looked like someone had just passed away. Like he was downcast in the players' tunnel, just standing by himself, reflecting on things. Talking to our mate Tanner Smith. He was gutted, man. He was just furious about not getting the result. But those guys inside that that unit, they were pretty down about it. So I guess it just begs the question. What are you thinking in terms of a possible GF preview?
100%, absolutely. I think we don't need to beat them in the season, right? Let's say that for later on. I think the fan base realised we have the game to match them as well. We have the style, and it's kind of like two of the same teams going at it, right? Very similar styles. You can understand why, but yeah, you're right. The coaching staff, Webby, was rather disappointed, and probably more so disappointed in he thought they were there for the taking as well. So, and obviously with Tanner being upset about that too, and just in general terms, the guys being a little bit annoyed is that kind of stone in the shoe or the stone in the beach towel, you know, that kind of feeling of being a little bit uneasy and a little bit annoyed. So I think they'll carry that forward as well. And it could be a blessing in disguise. I think the key thing, as they all know, is that we can match this team as well. So if anything, we've gone from that scenario where, you know, let's just compete and not get beat by 20. You know, that was a good result as well. So that actually, you know, the fan base going, yeah, we next play them. It's on. You know, unbelievable, really. When you think about how far we've come, it's so good.
It was good to see us going head to head. It was really like a couple of Michelin bloody star chefs having a crack. Just they were missing. You know, one guy was missing a few knives, and we were missing a couple of our knives, and they still just served up a really high quality dish.
Because you're down on the sideline. Obviously, there's a little bit of hijinks going on. There's a bit of feeling as well, obviously. You know, a bit of clapping and then push and shove. But I think, can I just say, player of the day after review does go to Tane Tuopiki. His slight misguided of the water bottle spray to his counterpart.
Yeah, he's clearly done that before, because that aim was spot on, right? Like,
was it like a reverse? I'm drinking, but I got the bottle the other way around. And
yes.
Shit stirrer, I love it. And then it was like two brothers trying to pull one, you know, take it off each other, you know.
Poor old Alamoti was trying to take the high ball, and then, you know, he was like he was on roller skates there, poor fella. And then, you know, we run through, get the try. Fish comes through, does the clap. Bro, do you think that was maybe not the wisest move from Fish at that moment, because it didn't come back to haunt us?
Nah, I don't think. I think play on, man. You know, it just, again, it's part of that arriving and being there, right? Like, actually, you know, and it takes stones, right? You know, to do that and to cop it. You know, when you do go down, and, you know, Alamoti got the last laugh, I guess, with the try in the corner as well. But nah, I love it. It's shithousery, you know, banter at its finest.
Absolutely classic. Bro, who really impressed you in this game for the Warriors?
Tuopiki was just unreal, right? Like his, you know, and much said about that last play, and, you know, but his coverage and his ability to get around the park, amazing. You know, our forwards dominated, I thought, in the middle too. Just that whole forward pack, right, was solid. I don't think it was. You couldn't sort of single out anyone for poor performances. A couple of poor moments, and I think the boys will learn from it. I just can't go past our forward pack units we have, right? Just our whole unit at the moment. And then actually, to be, I think Wade had one of his better games as well. I mean, he's been having great games. And look, if he's picked or not for the Origin team, I don't know. Fuck, you know, what does the guy have to do, you know, just to show that, you know, he can manipulate the defense left, right, and centre, right? And it's just so crafty. So, yeah, I think with his play and then just the toughness we had up the middle, we were beasts.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Moneta might have mentioned he thought Laban had possibly his best game in the Warriors jumper, but like you, I was actually impressed with our goal kicking. I thought it was bloody awesome from our man Pops. There was a bit of surprise when he first, you know, took his first shot at goal, and Daryl was like, "Why isn't Chanel kicking?" Which I found interesting. Pompey was striking it beautifully. I got to say as well, the fact that we applied a lot of pressure in that first half, had a couple of, you know, missed opportunities, and then they scored on us, and they went up 10-6 and then 16-6. I was impressed with the fact that we were able to just hang in there and just weather that, come back after half time and just, you know, rebuild things and start going about our business, because teams in the past, you know, when they cop that sort of psychological blow, it can make them sort of fall apart from there. So the fact that we didn't, the fact that we took it and came back and came back with a couple of backhand winners to get us back in the game, I thought that was massive. In terms of what you would like to see improve as the season wears on and heading into the next game, what would you like us to, or for the team at least, to improve?
It is hard, right? What do they improve on from that particular performance? There's probably some little just micro things, and maybe it's a little bit of combinations, just with a few players coming in and out of late as well. So, that first try was obviously a bit of a poor read from Ali, and it let McLean just stroll in, pretty much untouched as well. And, I guess there's a little bit of communication there. Again, Ali, but, to be fair, Ali had a good game, but just mental errors, offsides from a kick is pretty, it's a coach killer, right? Mm. The scenario here, it's going to get chalked off if you're in front as well. So, it's a slight lapse in concentration. I suppose it is just around the crispness of our out the back shape plays as well. I think we've scored tries more recently from sort of eyes up footy play, and that's Tamaiti style, right? He'll see a short side, or Wade will pick a short side and get the ball out to him fast, and that's pretty good. But the one with Chanel, he just needed to give the ball straight away. He tried to show, and then it was too late and shoveled it on as well. So I think that's probably the things, those sequences, which, with not saying, new halves, because they're obviously in there now, but, Tamaiti's come in, but it's probably the thing that we were doing with Tanner, but we had a little bit better quality on those sequences. But I do love the way Tamaiti plays. I love his eyes up nature of attacking short sides, looking for mismatches as well. So I'd love to see that. But yeah, maybe just a little bit of that fluency out wide. And SJ profiled it on his show. SJ's the master of kind of breaking it down for us footy novices as well. But he just said that, the fact that they ID'd Leota, who'd come across out of the middle to make some covering defensive, and then got into the edge role, which was a natural for Tamaiti to kind of look at that and go, sweet, I want to go there. Wade looked at it. He knows I want to go there. Wade fakes to go left. So he then switches off. It's like, sweet, I can have a break. The ball's going left. Comes back right. Tamaiti goes to him, goosies him, and then he's through. And I just coming off watching this Para game and Para Dogs game, and don't get me wrong, I know it's frantic, it's like a washing machine out there. It's just constant. But our game is tuning a little bit like the NFL, where you need to understand the choreography of a play and shape and, mismatch as well. And they design things that way. And smart teams like that was a great try by two really intelligent footballers that ID'd the right thing, the right cues, set everything up. And it's not just let's just go this way, sweet, we got lucky. Like some teams just shovel ball, hoping for stuff, And yeah, but the good teams no. Well, they and Penrith, to their credit, they play like that as well. They'll put a move on 3 moves beforehand to get the right setup, and away you go. So, but yeah. That was, and then how he explained that was just, poetry in motion. And he said these are the things that playmakers are looking for as well, to get out of their kind of, once they see it, they can get out of their shape. It looked like that. It looked like that live, Like it looked amazing live, and then backed up by the stats, which I guess has got the whole NRL world, just kind of all declaring it the game of the year so far.
I obviously, been given the media pass recently. I've also been given a little bit of exclusive access to some information that I thought you might enjoy. So let's have a look here. This is the exclusive of the 20th team, following on from, of course, the Perth Bears coming in, and then the Papua New Guinea Chiefs. in 2030, the 20th team. It's going to be a New Zealand team, and it's going to be the Johnsonville Golden Crowns, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. Here you go. No, I thought you'd enjoy that, bro. We've got
yes,
our man Lancelot Moyava, who's has kindly designed our playing jerseys, which is the stunning blue on blue
yes,
colour scheme that we know and love. So that's what the team's going to look like. Of course, we've got the Golden Crown Chinese restaurant as the proud sponsor on the front. Now, of course, Johnsonville. It's been, I think Wellington's been having a tough time, but I think Jayville even more so, perhaps. Home of I think someone described it as a desolate wasteland or something. The Johnsonville shopping centre, the Johnsonville Mall area. So I think that there's probably one great way to energise this great piece of land that we know, and just really show its beauty, and that's by dropping a big motherfucking Superdome on it, like bang, right there you go, boom. And also to just double down on that, like we name it the Nada Dome, in honour of the Nada Bakery in Johnsonville, award winning. It is still there, right? Nada Bakery.
Sure is.
Good.
Sure is.
Love it. So in the stadium, our Superdome, we're going to have a renaissance of Jay's Bar. It's going to be leading the eateries, some great Jayville eateries as well. The Magic Walk, of course.
Oh yeah, OG's still going.
That's right. I still have fond memories of getting the old sweet and sour pork every Friday night when I was working over at Mobile in Jayville. There was also, of course, an old favourite down the road as well, Dawa. They'll be in amongst the new stadium promenade, possibly a slightly clearer image for their logo. But also, it's not just about having a stadium, right? You've got to have the facilities to go with it. So Alex Moore Park would be prime real estate to set up a centre of excellence, which is going to look pretty much like what the Dallas Cowboys have. I would imagine in every single sense of everything they've got there will be just copied and pasted over to Alex Moore Park. So exciting times for Jayville. This is going to be a real exciting opportunity for everyone. And this is why this is a surprise bid, right? And people have been talking recently about big market teams versus smaller sides and tribalism, smaller stadiums, etc., etc. This is not a big market, so we're going local, we're going tribal. Lots of these NRL bids they fall over on the money side of things. That's not going to happen here because we got no money. So you can't have no money problems without money, right?
No money, no problems.
That's right. And so with pathways, if you've got no pathways, you can't have any problems with it. So there you go. So that's going to be the secret to the success of the Johnsonville Golden Crowns. You heard it here first. 2030.
The GCs
into the NRL. Get ready for that, Ray. So that's going to be quite a time to be alive.
Pumped. I'll be torn. Do I support the GCs or the Wars?
Just a bit of fun to rumble through there before we get a bit serious about the game coming up. In terms of our injuries, Leka picked up a bit of a hammy strain, has not been given a timeline. Sam Healy had to have, I think, surgery on his wrist, something like that. So that's going to put him out for a few weeks. We've got a few guys returning to the mix. Welcome back, guys like Chance, Nick Klugstad.
Yes.
Luke Metcalf played in New South Wales Cup last week, as did a guy called Rocco Berry, who someone commented on our YouTube page saying, Rocco Berry hasn't played since COVID, so just poor fella. But I mean, what are you thinking in terms of players who are becoming available? How do they get utilised in the current squad and how it's running?
Yeah, good call. I think Webby's adopted a sort of player in form, team going well, continue stance as well. So, not necessarily chaperoning senior players back in. So, I mean, Webby's going to take that approach where possible if he's got in depth, and he's got to a great backup, and there's a niggle. He'll probably be cautious as well, knowing it's a long season too. And I think he's thinking about that part of that, resting those Origin guys as well, and not getting them in. Depends on their loads, right? And I guess don't want to preempt anything, but if Mitch Barnett might have a sort of a limited role in Origin too, perhaps with Payne Haas coming back as well. He only gets 20, 30 minutes, then no doubt he'll come in. But the other guys, like Chance and Luke, interesting. There may be a request to play to be a utility as well, and I guess the beauty of the 6-man bench is you can carry a couple of guys as well. Hopefully, there's a chance for them to get some minutes in cup as well. But yeah, you just don't know. I guess that'd be your insurance policy if someone breaks down as well in game or week of the game as well. But there may be a question asked to someone like a Chance and go, hey man, we need you to play hooker for 20 minutes. We need you to, play 6. And even for Luca as well, might need him to play, I don't know if he could play in the middle, but he might have to play out of position just to A, to get a shot at the top side, B, to plug a gap if needed. Yeah. Tell us about this Tafua.
Yes, Makai Tafua. He is, so he's a dummy half. He has been in the New South Wales Cup setup for the last couple of years, actually, probably about his 3rd year in the setup now. Good young player. He's got he's a mix. He's kind of a mix of a cerebral kind of Wade type player. Good service at a dummy half, but also mixed in with some of that running spark that old Sammy Healy shows us. Not as much of a runner as Healy. Probably he picks his moments a little bit more selective. But yeah, very good defender as well. Last couple of weeks back, he was absolutely bashing the crap out of the older St George Dragons in Cup. So and also very highly rated as well by former Warriors dummy half PJ Marsh. Rates him very highly. So so that'll be interesting to keep tabs on, the method that they use to fill in for Healy in his absence. Whether they, try and get a bit utility kind of value out of other guys on the bench, or actually, have a designated number 9 on there to fill in the case of Tafua. But he's definitely he's served a good apprenticeship, and he's not far away, to be honest. I think he could be a decent bet to take on a team like the Sharkies. But
I suppose they're going to have to. They're going to have to. Sorry, man. They're going to have to make a call on what they do. They have to kind of go all in with Wade to play 80 as well, or and not carry a specialist hooker. And if shit hits fan, then CHT has to come into that, because he has played that spell. He has played the what I'd call in coin the Bailey Scissor role as well. And you pretty much play anywhere and do a job as well, and just play it well. So that's the gamble. You either go full Wade and hope you get away with it. Worst case, you have to kind of drop Chanel in there as well and bring Luca into 6. Quite a few changes as well, but high quality players. Or the other approach that Webby has is a next man up mentality, and Tafua is the understudy, right? The 3rd hooker in line, you'd think. So actually, don't overcomplicate it. Just put the young man in there and give him a 10, 15 minute spell. 60 minutes into the game to spell Wade.
Yeah.
I guess they're going to have to go make a decision on those things.
Brian, how do you think the old Cronulla Sutherland side will come at us this coming Saturday?
They were pretty woeful yesterday, to be honest. It wasn't until sort of a last quarter of the game that they sort of steamed away from the drag queens. So, they're all, for the draggies, they're all effort, right? But they just lack class. as well. So they weren't sharp. They'll be missing a little bit of Cattle as well. AFB won't be there. Brayley's out. The slicker meter, Hines won't be available. Nick Quarter's not going to be there. So they're already down on troops too. So
don't say that. Don't say that. We love playing on the inside.
I know. I don't have the same fear that I used to, and I just starting to. And it might bite me in the ass, but I just think, based on what they served up yesterday, we should be. We should dominate these fuckers. But hey, we know that there's still that PTSD. There's still that inner warrior that just inside of me that just feels like every time you feel comfortable at a level, they find a way to put you back down. But I don't think this team's out like that. They'll be hungry, ready to go. So, but yeah, so it was a tricky game because when they're on the Sharks.
And they have, they've certainly beaten us at Mount Smart on a number of occasions. But what will be the keys for us? We just go back to what we do and just bash them up, in the front door, really. Pretty
much. There's just the absolute blueprint. Is just dominate the middle and then let the game flow off the back of it. I remember saying this at the start of the preseason to another mate, saying, because we were a bit concerned with how we would play out wide and how we would look, and I go, I just think they're going to just go through the middle, and then it feels like, especially when Aaron comes back for a second stint, it's like Tempin bowling. They just throw him down, he clears the pins, and then the next person goes. It's like Tempin bowling was a game where you just had them lined up, and you got to get through that set, and then you go through another set and another set. That's how it is, and it's that momentum. He just busts through, and then off the back of that. So, yeah, I just feel if we've got enough Cattle in there as well, there's obviously going to be weeks where we don't have everyone there, but yeah, let's go with it. And then Wade's just picking off and manipulating, jumping out left, going right, and doing all that sweet stuff. So, and then on top of that, we can go hands wide, and then we've got the speed merchant out wide. Alofi, and even Dallin, to his credit, he's just turning back the clock, really.
And one thing I would like to say, I would like to basically see an improvement, and this is not really having a shot necessarily at Pompey as such. It's just more, I want to see the combination sort of gel a bit more between him and Lofi, because I think there's been a big difference in the games that Lofi's been playing outside Roger versus the games that he's been playing outside Pompey. So if we can just get those guys solidified, just be a bit more certain on attack, but also on defence as well. Just get that little understanding going, and hopefully they've been working on that on the week off. But normally before these episodes, I collect the game picks. I haven't actually done that this week, so. We'll just do a live sort of prediction. I'm picking the Sharks. No, I'm not picking the Sharks. I'm picking the Warriors. I'm guessing you'll be picking the Wires as well, bro.
I'm up the Wires, bro.
The Wires.
Yeah, I just think this is the sort of, we put a statement out a few weeks ago. We've set a standard. Even if we, I think we played 9 out of 10 that week. Even if we put 8 out of 10, we'll get the job done.
And I'm just going to probably use a bit of state of origin bias to make the Sauce Boys predictions. Isaac's picking the Warriors, and Moneta is picking the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks because.
Boo!
Because that's how we do things. I like it. This has been fun, bro. Any late breakers before? Any New South Wales team through as yet?
Nothing been reported? No, 8:43 in New Zealand. No. But you know what? It's going to be a team where you're going to go, hi. And the talk is that Strange, who was probably arguably your man of the match, yet, Cleary got the job done at the end against a 12-man Queensland team. No disrespect, but they'll bring Moses back. I don't know. I just can't understand it as well. But who knows?
I don't understand that at all. That's a major flight risk, and you would think you would kind of learn lessons from games that they've had in earlier seasons. How many times they've trotted out a guy like like a Latrell or a Tommy Turbo, and they've they've done something to themselves in game. Moses hasn't even played, so it's like, well,
no,
guys.
Well, no, if he can't even play today,
yeah,
really, and look, you just got to get to that point. Like, you just go fit. You got to see who's fit to play as well, and actually point of difference. You can't don't persevere with this Nathan Cleary, Moses Malaki. They're both sevens. You're trying to fit one into a six. I don't understand. Get it? And maybe Daly, if both are fit, had the balls to go, you know what? We look better with Moses. It doesn't mean Nathan Cleary isn't a great player. It's just that, and I think they've learned that they've tried to put Penrith into New South Wales and it just doesn't work. And that's the other thing too. Cam Murray. Why is Cam Murray, if he starts off the bench, you might as well just go home?
Yeah. I wonder if I'm actually wondering if Casey McGuire gets a recall for game 2.
Casey McGuire.
Oh boy, too good. I love it. Bro, thanks for jumping on. This has been Warriors Anonymous. Get to warriorsanonymous.co.nz, get your merch, and don't forget to follow us as well. Facebook, Insta, TikTok, and of course on YouTube as well. So thanks for joining us. Until next week. Hopefully we get a big win against the Wires versus the Shars. Up the Wires. The Warriors.
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar.